Right, here we have a Fender FM210R, a solid state Fender, and these tend to suffer from certain sorts of problems, and they can get very noisy background, residual hum noise, and cut in and they cut out, and it progressively gets worse until it can stop completely then, as this one did. The customer brought to me this, it had been cutting in and cutting out and had stopped completely. This has some common faults to these, and one of the faults for these is these jack sockets here are very low quality, and they tend not to shorten jacks and not operate correctly once they get a bit of dirt and use into them. The spring tension is not very good on the leaf. Unfortunately, they're slightly smaller than standard. Here's a better quality one, which is bigger, so unfortunately you can't get these in, and the leaves are much better quality. So it's a case of cleaning them with deox and getting a very small file or a screwdriver underneath the leaf and cleaning the surfaces, because it's only got a knife edge contact on there. It's not very good. So those two, input 1 and input 2, and you've got 3 down here, send and return, I believe, and 3 foot switches and a foot switch socket. They need cleaning as well, same treatment. One of the most common things of these is these cement resistors here, 5-watt cement resistors. They can get really hot, and to an extent where they can actually melt the solder, and they go open circuit. People tend to just resolder them again, and the problem comes back. What I do is, I've tried various methods. I mean, somebody tried this in the past. Put this on. This came out of this, standing about an inch off the surface of the circuit board. What I do is, these are brand new ones I put in there, where the wire goes through the circuit board. Instead of just soldering the dot on the other end, I leave about 1/8 of an inch, like 3mm, the other side, and I scrape back the lacquer on the copper trace, and I bend that 3mm at a right angle. Then I solder the whole thing, so there's a lot of solder, and the heat that's generated is spread over a big area, so the average temperature is less, and it worked each time. Both of these were done like that. The rest were still in place, and I just resoldered them ones. They were fine. Excuse me. Another thing, you've got your sort of AC hum coming through these filter caps. So while you have to take this whole board out to do this job, I replaced them with new pair of filter caps. I think they're 2200, I think, a microfarad at 50 volts. Yep, 2200 microfarads at 50 volts. So a pair of them go in there. Let's see. While you've got this board out, you need to basically resolder everything that looks like the slightest bit suspect, and certainly anywhere where there's heat generated, like these big resistors here. All these potentiometers on here, they all need spraying with contact cleaner and working in there. This is what I've done on this one, and when I put it back together again, it works as best as it can. These are never 100% quiet. They've always got a residual hum, these, even when new. But this is working pretty good now. So I'll be putting it back in the cabinet shortly, and I'll be testing it with the guitar, see how it goes. Bye bye.